Hello everyone, I'm Maratrika Bhomik and I welcome you all to another episode of Courts Today on LiveLaw, where we update you about all the important legal developments that took place across the country today. We will begin with developments from the Supreme Court of India and then move on to High Courts and other subordinate courts. If you like our content, please do support us by liking and subscribing to our YouTube channel. Let's begin. In an important development pertaining to the controversy surrounding the public feeding of street dogs, the Supreme Court of India today ordered that no coercive steps shall be taken in pursuance of the order of the Bombay High Court, that is the Nagpur bench to be specific, which had ordered that people interested in feeding strays must first formally adopt them and only feed them inside their homes. A Supreme Court bench comprising Justices Sanjeev Khanna and J.K. Maheshwari today state the High Court's observation that persons who feed street dogs must adopt them. The Supreme Court today also directed the Nagpur Municipal Corporation to ensure that the general public feeds stray dogs only at appropriate locations demarcated by them. We have made a detailed video on today's hearing, the link to which has been given in the description box below. Please do check it out. In a significant development, the Supreme Court of India today ordered that Subham Sangra, an accused in the 2018 rape and murder of a minor girl in Kathua, should be tried as an adult and not a juvenile. Accordingly, a bench comprising Justices Ajay Rastogi and J.B. Pardiwala set aside the orders of the Chief Judicial Magistrate Kathua as well as the Jammu and Kashmir High Court, which had ruled that the accused in the Kathua rape murder case was a juvenile. We have made a detailed video on this hearing, the link to which has been given in the description box below. Please do check it out. The Supreme Court has dismissed a petition challenging inter alia the practice of designating advocates on records under Order 4 of the Supreme Court Rules 2013, read with Article 145 of the Constitution. The bench comprising Justices K.M. Joseph and Rishikesh Roy held that there was no doubt that the Apex Court had the power to designate a special class of advocates and confer them with special privileges to act and plead before them. These rules are not vulnerable to invalidation on the mere ground that it may work injustice in a particular case, the Supreme Court bench has noted. The Supreme Court of India has stayed the execution of a death row convict and has granted permission to a representative of Project 39A of National Law University, Delhi, to visit the convict lodged in Yarwada jail in Pune for his psychiatric as well as psychological evaluation. A bench of Chief Justice D.Y. Chandrachud and Justices Hema Kohli and J.B. Pardiwala allowed the criminal miscellaneous petition filed by Project 39A. The Supreme Court has waived the condition that activist Gautam Navlakha, who was lodged in the Mumbai prison in the Bhima Koregaon case, should obtain a solvency certificate for availing the benefit of house arrest. Last week, the court had allowed Navlakha's request to be placed under house arrest in consideration of his medical condition. However, the court had imposed several conditions, including the requirement to furnish a surety of Rs 2 lakhs. Senior advocate Nitya Ramakrishnan and advocate Shadan Farasat submitted before a Supreme Court bench of Justices K.M. Joseph and Rishikesh Roy that it will take a minimum of 6 weeks to secure a solvency certificate in respect of the surety that is to be provided. The Supreme Court was informed that there has been almost 500% rise in reported hate speech cases against politicians and public functionaries since 2014. The submission was made on behalf of the petitioner in a case concerning the extent of the right to free speech of public functionaries such as ministers. The case stems from the Buland Sahar rape case, wherein the minister of the state, Azam Khan, had dismissed the incident as a political conspiracy and nothing else. The 5-judge Constitution Bench of the Supreme Court, comprising Justices Abdul Nazir, B.R. Gawai, A.S. Bopanna, V. Ramasubramanian, and B.V. Nagaratna has reserved judgment in this particular matter. The primary issue in this case involved as to whether free speech by public functionaries, including ministers, MLAs, MPs, should have greater restrictions than those imposed by Article 19, Clause 2 of the Constitution. An application has been moved before the District Judge Varanasi to transfer a suit seeking handing over of the possession of the Ganwapi Mosque premises to Lord Adi Vishveshwar Virajman, pending before the Civil Judge Senior Division to the Court of District Judge, which is presently hearing another suit of a similar nature. The transfer application has been moved under Section 24, Clause 1, Subclause B of CPC, submitting that the suit before the Fast Track Court be transferred and consolidated with another suit pending before the District Judge, filed by 5 Hindu women worshippers seeking all the year-round rights to pray inside the Ganwapi Mosque premises. The Calcutta High Court has commuted the death sentence of 4 Lakshari Taiba members who were apprehended by the Border Security Force while they were attempting to illegally cross the border into India from Bangladesh in 2007 with an objective of spreading terror in Kashmir. A division bench of Justices Joymala Bakshi and Ananya Bandyopadhyay found that possession of explosives and other anti-national materials by the LET members were not established beyond a reasonable doubt. Hearing a suo motu case pertaining to the October 30th Morbi bridge collapse incident, the Gujarat High Court today directed the Morbi civic body to file the counter affidavit in the matter by 4:30 p.m. today or pay 1 lakh cost. The court also asked it to stop taking this matter casually. A bench of Chief Justice Arvind Kumar and Justice Ashutosh J. Shastri directed thus, as it was informed today by the Morbi Civic Body's counsel, that the counter couldn't be filed pursuant to court's November 7th order, as the deputy collector who is looking after the civic body is also on election duty and he couldn't decide which advocate should represent it before the court. The Madhya Pradesh High Court has converted the conviction of a man under Section 302, that is murder, to Section 304, that is culpable homicide not amounting to murder of the IPC, for burning his partner to death, observing that he had acted on a sudden impulse. Even though the appellant had not raised this argument regarding the act being committed on a sudden impulse, the division bench of the High Court, comprising Justices Sujoy Paul and Prakash Chandra Gupta, took up the question while examining the question of conviction and sentence. Thank you. Keep watching Courts Today on LiveLaw for more such updates. See you tomorrow.